And we're following breaking news from the FDA, which has approved the first new medication in 18 years for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Biogen claims the drug aducanumab slows cognitive decline in patients living with Alzheimer's. The FDA's approval came with controversy, though. The agency's independent advisory committee actually opposed it, and there are real questions about whether the medication works. Joining us now is MSNBC medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar. It's great to see you as always. So, Dr. Azar, this isn't a cure, but it is a treatment for some Alzheimer's patients. So how does this work exactly?
Right. Well, as you mentioned, this is a medicine that is indicated in patients who have early disease to slow cognitive decline, as opposed to patients who have advanced disease and to treat symptoms. And I think at the heart of this is what this approval really is today, or what this actually means. It's what is known as an accelerated approval. What that means is that the FDA is granting approval of a drug for a very serious or a life-threatening illness, which may provide benefit over existing therapeutics. And in this case, what this medication has been found to do is decrease the amount of these amyloid plaques, which are these collections that accumulate in the brains of Alzheimer's folks. The studies, actually, the pivotal studies, what we call the primary endpoint was actually the slowing of cognitive decline. And there we had two disparate findings. One trial was negative, one trial showed some benefit. And what the FDA is saying is that they're using this finding that it can reduce these plaques as what is known as a surrogate marker, which could translate into slowing of cognitive decline, but it's not actually what the studies showed. Therein lies the controversy, Jeff.
But the FDA approved it anyway because their determination is what? That the benefits of the treatment outweigh any potential risk?
Well, certainly the benefit risk equation is always on the table for the FDA, but they're basically, again, using this concept that the reduction in the plaque is a surrogate marker for a good outcome or for a benefit. And what's important here, and in fact, I reached out to some of my neurology colleagues to say, how do you feel about this? The concern, and it is a controversial thing, because we don't necessarily know whether reducing those plaques actually does translate into slowing cognitive decline. But the whole point is that it might. And so what the FDA is also requiring is that Biogen has to complete clinical trials to see if, in fact, their drug does really translate into a meaningful cognitive decline. And that could take, of course, a number of years. And if at the end of the day, Jeff, they find that it hasn't had a benefit in slowing cognitive decline, they will be able to and would pull the drug from market.
Yeah, well, there's a glimmer of hope here for anyone who's, had to care for a loved one with Alzheimer's. Let's talk about the pandemic, because you've got an FDA advisory committee. They're going to meet Thursday to talk about whether kids under 12 should be eligible for COVID vaccines. So what sort of debate do you think we're likely to hear come Thursday?
Jeff, for children, the calculus is always, a little bit different. There's always the concern, in terms of safety whenever we inoculate our kids. There was also a recent report, I think at the end of last week, about the rise in hospitalizations amongst adolescents. We know that COVID-19 is not benign for children. We had this narrative from last year, and this is, by the way, how science works. The initial data we had was that children did fairly well, and unless you were older and had underlying medical conditions, probably it was going to be a mild flu-like illness. Well, that's not actually the case. We have over 300 deaths from COVID-19 in the pediatric population, and we also know that children suffer from long COVID as well as multisystem inflammatory syndrome. So I think what we're going to hear is whether or not the benefit outweighs the potential risk, for which there really isn't much with these vaccines, in order to enable our kids to be back in school full time, as well as to be able to engage in all of their sports activities and social activities, and give them a sense of normalcy that they so long for. And by the way, that herd immunity that we're always talking about, the elusive herd immunity, it really does require kids to be vaccinated as well, Jeff.